What's up, everybody? This is Justin Wong, and we're here with a new video. I would say this is a very popular question: how to get sponsored. There's actually many ways how to get sponsored. So I would say, go down the list. There's obviously you becoming a professional player. I personally believe commentators are considered sponsors, especially if you're like part of a pro tour, for example. YouTube, becoming a YouTube star, you could be sponsored that way. Obviously, Twitch streamer, you could be sponsored that way. So there's a lot of options for people to be sponsored. So I would say the first step, it really depends on which avenue you want to go for. Let's say for a pro player, you obviously want to just, be amazing at the game, show the people how good you are, right? And, go to a tournament and, make some upsets happen. So there are players that do that, but they're not sponsored. Why? Well, you have to think of it like this, right? Just because you played on a Capcom Fighter stream and you upsetted like one of the top 32 people in the Capcom Pro Tour, like I would say it's just not enough. Well, I personally believe it's because their social media is lacking. They're not doing like enough to like get people outside of FGC attracted to them. Because when sponsors come looking in, they're probably not from the FGC. They probably don't know much about the FGC. They probably type in fighting game community on Google and see what pops up in terms of just like players that really stand out. So in order for you to change that, you really have to just kind of push yourself in terms of, let's say, do you have a Twitch stream? Do you have Twitter? Do you have Instagram? How good are your impressions? How good is just your, people just recognize you? Or do people retweet your stuff that it goes to like the followers that don't follow you? Stuff like that. So you really have to push yourself out there and kind of brag about how good you are, what have you done, show the proof and all that good stuff. So that's what I do think that a lot of pro players are like. Well, players that want to be pro players are lacking because they're not doing enough of that and that. That's just from my personal opinion, because there's always people looking for like the next Daigo, the next Nakudu. Like, it's one of those things that I've been hit up a lot asking, hey, do you know which player that we could probably sponsor for the upcoming year and stuff like that, so I give a list always. So I'm always aware of like who's like really good or who's pretty cool, who's one of those guys that's really good on the camera or just able to like kind of be themselves and have fun, just cool person in general. Obviously I like to fly out players, and a lot of other companies like to fly out players. So it's one of those things where just keep on moving. Don't let people look for you. Like, put yourself out there to let people find you way easier compared to them just like digging into like not the bottom of the barrel, but like the hard to find, like the needle in the haystack. You know what I mean? So I would say that's one. Two, commentators. Like I said before, I do think commentators that are like, are kind of some sort of sponsorship. Because let's say if you're a commentator for like the Capcom Pro Tour or like the Tekken World Tour, like it's usually the same faces, right? For the main top 8 and everything. Obviously, I don't know the full details, but I could safely assume that they fly you out, they put you up in a hotel, they pay you like X fee for commentating. Might not be like a lot, but it's still some type of sponsorship compared to most players' sponsorships where maybe they only get travel and hotel and don't even get a salary at all. So it's kind of better than those type of sponsorship. I know, there might be some drama with this, but I mean, hey, why do you think there's so many more new faces for commentating compared to players? It's fun to commentate, don't get me wrong. But I do believe that there is just a future for a lot of people, well, way easier future as commentators compared to players, especially if you're able to just talk about the game because you play it, you love it. Why not talk about it and share the world of your knowledge? There's also YouTube. YouTube sponsorship, obviously, when you have a lot of views, a lot of people enjoy your videos, you might get sponsorship opportunities for doing like hashtag ads and everything. So it's one of those things where I don't know too much about, but I mean, I do see videos like that all the time. I have done some of my own YouTube videos for sponsorship ads and everything. So I would say it's a grind. The YouTube grind is a grind, especially when you have to bring your camera, invest in the camera, and hopefully things pay off. But it's one of those things that if you do blow up, and you have like this amazing videos that people love watching, I would say it's pretty good money, right? It's one of those things that's literally a grind. So is Twitch. Twitch is another grind. Getting all these subscribers, getting all these followers, playing all these commercial ads, doing streaming games that companies hit you up like, hey, can you stream this game? X amount of views gives you X amount of dollars. You could get a sponsorship that way, especially. So I know just like browsing on twitch.tv, like I see a lot of people have like they're sponsors by chairs, keyboards, mice, headsets, like a lot of things, right? Energy drinks. So it's one of those things that even underwear, like I got a email from an underwear company saying, hey, can we advertise our underwear, our gaming underwear to your Twitch channel and blah blah blah. It's one of those things, right? So there's definitely a lot of opportunities, especially if you're involved with gaming and you want to do something more than just play. Like, you just have to find that one thing that you're really good at. Are you godlike at games? Are you godlike on the mic? Are you godlike making content? Are you godlike just entertaining the crowd on a Twitch stream? It's just one of those things that it is hard for all four, because you do have to work. It's not like you just 1, 2, boom, here we go. It's more of like you start from the bottom in each of the categories and kind of really grind your way to the top. So that's kind of one of the things that it's amazing. And like I said, there might be a lot of crap about it because of this video, but I mean, it's just my honest opinion. Like, it's one of those things where I do think, like, in this society where people do believe that players are making a lot of money. Sure, League of Legends, but so is content creators. They're making a lot of money as well in League of Legends. And for FGC, I would say your best in terms of income will probably be if you're either Sonic Fox or Tokido, or you become like a Maximilian and become the god of YouTube for FGC and the god of Twitch streams for FGC, right? Or you could be just the commentator, where you're doing every commentating gig and just killing it because you're so awesome on the mic, like Sajam or Taste Steve or Yipes. They're killing it, man. So it's one of those things where you have somebody from, in terms of like starting from the bottom, right, that you could kind of gauge. Then there's also someone from the middle that you could kind of gauge, and also someone from the top that you can gauge in each of the categories of just being sponsored. So hopefully this video has kind of like shed the light just a little bit of how, if I was just rambling, just let me know in the comments right below. But thank you guys for watching. Share and subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna just keep talking about different stuff about the FGC, about life, about whatever. You let me know what you want me to talk about in the comments below and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Peace.